ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope.
Well, Coach, to be predicted this time of year, it is a cold and windy night in downtown Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Wait, set 29, Alpha!
Quit talking about it and win it! Watch twist! Watch twist! Joker, 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 Joker! He's crashing! He's checking crash!
Check it, reload!
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A throw complete to Dorsett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the pass. 58, boy, 58, 58.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Dorsett's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Shadow! Hey, Haywood!
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On second down, Michel. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Right, 50, 50. Rip left, rip left.
Now a handoff. Here's Hill. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It's our time. It's our time.
On third down, Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And now Edelman. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
First down, Patriots.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
58 for Mike, 58.
Shotgun now for Brady. Throw left side complete to Harry. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, it's Brady. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Derek Rivers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Derek Rivers, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You described the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Regular. Alert. Watch the whip. Bravo. Wait for the end. 72.
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
66.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Let's go.
Hey, exit.
It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Throwing again. Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6-0 our score after 1.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And not a bad return. Here he gets... out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, tomorrow night, Monday Night Football to wrap up Week 9, one of the best rivalries around. The Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium. Kickoff 8:15 Eastern. Of course, despite the fact that the clock... rolled back yesterday. Make sure to stay up late for that one.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Sugar! You ain't doing nothing today. Regular!
Here's Brady. Got a man open. That's Harry. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 1st down, Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal, This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Chase it. 53. Hey, tight down. There you go. Ford is mine. Go Bandit. Check. Hey, go 66. Check it.
Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 11 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On first and goal, Dixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it. But how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here we go. Henry. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
On the ready. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but was 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Anthony Averett picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Jackson, option right. There's the pitch to Hill. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now third down and 4.
The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, it's Hill. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check it, reload. No. Hey, ball 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come get some. He don't want it. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. Go Mike 40.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with... Second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Crunch. Safe.
On second down, it's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James Wayne. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check, 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 check. 40's the mic. Squeeze.
Hey, Alabama.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end rock.
Check it, reload.
Hey, we got four down. 41.
Now a play fake. Brady. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
41's coming, 41.
72.
Check nickel.
Hey, goal 66. Bud.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Don't get nervous.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Wormley. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. handoff to Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Hey, alert three.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it with Hill. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's now third and goal.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. The Ravens on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is third and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Right here.
Brady now to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way in touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
Me and you all day. All day.
From the gun, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Finds Roberts left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20. Operating from the gun, Brady. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he gets this up. To the 34, out of bounds there.
At the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now.
Hey, wahoo! Alert!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady over the middle. It's Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Shift! Sponge! 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 No, no, no!
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Fighting his way through contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly we'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Derek Rivers bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson on 3rd and long, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now here's Hill, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson operating from the gun. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 17-yard line.
Mike 51. It's going to be a 66.
Ingram again. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a first carry for their fullback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Ingram. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Edelman set to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Wait, 53! 41 Mike. You ain't regular. Hey, seam 6.
41's coming. 41's the Mike. Bound to lose one. Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Wait, 380! Check. Go on. No, 66. 48, echo. 41's the Mike. Alpha. Shoot. Regular.
One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.